Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today, we're going to talk about something that could completely change your financial future, especially if you're a millennial trying to figure this whole money thing out. We're diving deep into a game-changing lesson from Robert Kiyosaki, the author of Rich Dad, Poor Dad. Now, what's the first thing most people think of when they hear the word asset? Your house, right? Maybe your car? Well, what if I told you that Robert Kiyosaki says that's a huge misconception, and it's one of the biggest reasons people stay broke? Stick around, because we're about to unpack the simple yet powerful secrets that separate the rich from everyone else. It all starts with just 6 basic words. 6 words that form the entire foundation of financial education. If you master these, you're on your way. If you don't, you might struggle forever, no matter how much money you make. Those words are income, expense, asset, liability, and the most important one, cash flow. Let's break it down. We all understand income, that's the money coming into your life, usually from a job. And we all know expenses, that's the money going out. Think rent, food, bills, taxes, that daily coffee. For most people, the picture looks like this. Income comes in, and it flows right back out through expenses. The paycheck hits your account, and poof, it's gone by the end of the month. Sound familiar? That's the financial pattern of the poor. Now, let's look at the middle class. When someone in the middle class gets a promotion or a pay raise, what's the first thing they often do? They upgrade their lifestyle. They buy a bigger house, a nicer car, go on more expensive vacations. They start acquiring what they believe are assets, but what Kiyosaki calls liabilities. Why? Because that bigger house comes with a bigger mortgage, higher property taxes, and more maintenance costs. That fancy new car has a hefty monthly payment, higher insurance, and repair bills. This is the core of the lesson. An asset puts money asterisk into asterisk your pocket. A liability takes money asterisk out asterisk of your pocket. It's that simple. If you buy a house to live in, it's taking money out of your pocket every single month. It's a liability. But if you buy that same house and rent it out, and the rent you collect is more than your mortgage and expenses, it's now putting money into your pocket. It has become an asset. Think about your car. If it's just for personal use, getting you from A to B, it's a liability. It's constantly costing you money in gas, insurance, and repairs. But what if that car is a taxi? Or you use it for a delivery service? Now that car is generating income. It's putting money in your pocket. It's an asset. The real secret to building wealth isn't just about how much money you earn. I'm sure you know people who make a 6-figure salary but are still living paycheck to paycheck. Financial intelligence isn't about your income. It's about controlling your cash flow. It's about understanding which direction your money is moving. You could have a PhD and be financially illiterate if all your cash is flowing out through liabilities. We see this all the time with lottery winners, athletes, and celebrities. They can earn millions, even hundreds of millions of dollars, but a few years later they're completely broke. Why? Because they never learned to control their cash flow. They bought bigger and bigger liabilities, mansions, fleets of luxury cars, private jets, and the expenses just overwhelmed their income. Their cash was flowing out faster than it was coming in. So how do you actually apply this? Let's look at how Robert and his wife, Kim Kiyosaki, started. They didn't start by buying a massive real estate empire. They started small. Their very first investment property was a tiny little house that, after all expenses were paid, generated a positive cash flow of just $25 a month. You might be thinking, $25? That's nothing. But here's the magic. They used a loan to buy the property, so their own money invested was minimal. That $25 a month represented an almost infinite return on their investment because the asset was paying for itself and then some. It was pure profit. They just repeated that process over and over. They bought another small property and another. Fast forward to today, and Kim Kiyosaki owns thousands of rental units. And here's the kicker. Because her income comes from these assets, her properties, she pays little to no tax on that income. This is how the rich get richer. They focus on acquiring assets that generate passive income, which is often taxed at a much lower rate than the income you earn from a job. Your salary from a 9-to-5 is one of the highest taxed forms of income there is. The system is literally designed to reward asset owners. So the next time you're about to make a big purchase, stop and ask yourself this one simple question. Is this going to put money in my pocket or take money out of my pocket? Is it an asset or a liability? Answering that question honestly is the first step toward developing your financial IQ. But Kiyosaki takes this concept even further. He says that it's not just things that can be assets or liabilities, people can be too. Now this might sound a little harsh, but hear me out. Let's talk about kids. We love our kids, of course, but from a purely financial standpoint, they are a massive expense. They are liabilities. They don't generate income. They cost money for food, clothing, education, and everything else for at least 18 years. It's not a bad thing. It's just a financial reality you have to plan for. What about our parents? As they get older, they can also become a financial liability. If they need long-term care, that can cost thousands upon thousands of dollars every single month. If you haven't planned for that possibility, it can wipe out your entire life savings in a heartbeat. And it doesn't stop there. Think about the people in your life. A bad business partner who makes terrible decisions can become a huge liability. A dishonest financial advisor who gives you poor advice can cost you a fortune. Even personal relationships can turn into financial disasters. A costly divorce can become one of the biggest liabilities of your life, with alimony and child support payments taking money out of your pocket for decades. These are all potential cash flow drains that you have to be smart about. Financial intelligence means thinking long-term. It's about looking ahead and anticipating the liabilities that could come your way, and then building a strong foundation of assets to protect yourself. It's about being proactive, not reactive. So let's bring it all back to those 6 simple words: income, expense, asset, liability, and cash flow. The entire game of getting rich is won or lost in how you manage the flow of cash between these categories. Your goal should be to use your income to buy assets that generate more income. Then, you use that new income to buy even more assets. It creates a powerful positive feedback loop. This is the real financial education that we were never taught in school. They taught us how to work for money, but they never taught us how to make money work for us. True financial freedom comes when your income from your assets is greater than your expenses. At that point, you no longer need a job to survive. You are financially free. So I challenge you to start looking at your own life through this lens. Track your money for a month. Draw 2 columns, one for assets and one for liabilities. Be brutally honest. Where is your money really going? Are you building a portfolio of cash-flowing assets, or are you just accumulating liabilities that look impressive? Mastering cash flow is the key to controlling your financial destiny. It's not about being cheap or depriving yourself of everything. It's about being smart and intentional with your money. If you can control where your money goes, you can build the future you've always dreamed of. Thanks so much for watching today. I hope this lesson from Robert Kiyosaki gave you a new perspective on money and wealth. If you found this helpful, do me a favor and hit that like button. It really helps the channel out. And if you want more content like this to help you on your financial journey, make sure to subscribe and turn on notifications so you don't miss a thing. See you in the next video.